gain stature in the NFL.
Covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. He'll drop it off to Perine, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll go again with Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Forced out to his, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Deshaun Hall able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Panthers coming out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a collective holding of breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll turn it over to the NC State product, Mike Glennon. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Mahomes now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Here we go now. All right, now look at 56.
Glennon. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, then the spin. Martavis Bryant past the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 81 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season because here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Again to Elliott. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or The backup may see some time.
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Glennon. That's complete. It's Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for it.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A dump off to Elliott. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Out left side here to Bryant. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, you can find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as a defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The pistol, it's Bell. Room here to run. It's a Pittsburgh first down, gain of 13.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think it's vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has a sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think it helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down goes. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Now Bell. This play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And this time the yards will come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. All right, now look at the 6. Look at Leopard.
He'll drop to throw. Now ball comes loose. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. And with 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we see you down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it up in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back to throw now on first down. James has got it complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his third touchdown now on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go play fake. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return here. We'll go to the 31-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Leopard! Here we go now. Green.
They'll try and get the run game going with Bell. And the reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards. Now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 out of the 32-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Bryant. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll try and get running game going with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second down following the run. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to lead us for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? And the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play? It wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get to that big frame and hope he scatters some bodies, unable to get it done.
That one good for 7 that time, and it'll be a Carolina first. They'll run it now, out of gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held it to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook.
And this will be cut at the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Second down and 4. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down. Back to throw. Morris eluding the pressure right. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now the offense operates in the red zone. This is Marshall. And get to him quickly here as he stepped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Morris looking to throw on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And it'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 touchdowns. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Rob Kellett, his first touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. And they will line up now for the two-point try. To throw is Morris. Operating from gun. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing's open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
The roads
true.
to be fairly clear.
That is
but we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. The give is to Bell. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
They're trying to show they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
Now handoff, running left is Bell. And he went nowhere. Went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, something these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make stand. We've had enough of this.
Gave up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. Second and 13. Back throw here. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Brandon, it looked like he had hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of defense right there as he's trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On third down, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Panthers take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Morris. Off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Morris now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Here we go.
Now Morris throwing again on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen to Pirine. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Morris. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And this will split the upright. It's right down the middle, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 2 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on the drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestizo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They call it a game at 19, and it moves to chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Good move at 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as the game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Over! Let's go! Green!
They run again with Logan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create some nice space for him.
First carry for James Conner. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line to cross the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases wanted that weren't happy with field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by Steelers.
In that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a first down carried by Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and make sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now on third long, they'll look to throw. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken about the 14. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Morris off the play fake, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Morris on third down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Ron Cockrell. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, but we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still a smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football. He's taking it away at a really high rate.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the number.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.